Hello everyone. So for assignment 5, problem 1, we had to create a skybox class similar to what we had for the flat plane. So if we go back to the class itself, it simply had the basic methods for the copy move, and then also had the constructor and destructor. And the constructor, I set up the faces, and the main thing that I really changed compared to like the back face was the winding, so that instead of it being a counterclockwise, because right now it's set to counterclockwise, I set it to clockwise so that the back face will be displayed on the cube. And I did this for each and every single face, and then also created the new model, and I passed it into the model class, the verts, the inverts, the triangle list, and the number of triangles. And then it creates that model, and then in our main app right here, I create the skybox, and then I also scale it up because I want the center, I want us to be inside the box so that we can see the sky surrounding us. So I use this world matrix instead of this world matrix. And then on our draw scene, we send the world matrix, and then we render, and then we get this. We get our skybox right here, and as you can see, you can kind of see the lines of the box itself. If you look down, yeah, you can see the down. So yeah, that's our skybox. And then for problem 2, we had to create a terrain model class similar to flat plane again, and we had to use the height maps for this one. So in in my terrain model class, I have a constructor that takes in the device, the height map file, the number of repeated U's and repeated V's, and then the height that I want, the highest point that I want the height of the height map to be. I'll explain that later. And then like the delta H, which I thought would be a good parameter to have to like kind of move the whole terrain down a bit. So the more higher it is, the more downer it goes, and that's just for simple viewing. And in our main constructor here, we get the image, we set the image, we get the height map, and then here we're defining the number of verts, and then defining the number of triangles, and then here are lots of like float values that I use that's kind of easier to read within when creating the X Z grid. And so here we're using this formulation to calculate the X, and then the Y we're using the height value that we get from the height map, and then the Z, and then also the U step, and the U value and the V value, and then the color. Then we increase the vert count, then we do this for the number of triangles, and then I also do this for the triangle list. Then I create the model, passing in the number of verts, the vert buffer, the triangle list, and then the number of triangles, and then we render it. So in our main app right here, we create the terrain model using passing in the HM test height map file, and I have it so that it's on 1 and 1 repeats, and then I kind of set it lower to the ground. And right now it's only scaled to 2 and 2, and then in our draw scene, I'm sending that world matrix, and then I'm just rendering the terrain, and then I get this. So right, as you can see, wherever there's white, you do see the height map going up. And I can change this. I can change how high it goes by changing the height value. So if I want it to be really crazy, I could go to 1.0 and change that, and now it's going to be like huge mountainous spikes coming out where the white is. So yeah, as you can see, that's with the value of 1. But I mean, for a more realistic approach, I think 0.25 is great. And then I can also repeat that texture. So I could do 2 on the width, and then it should repeat the 2 textures. As you can see, there's 2 textures over there, and then we could change the texture now. I'm using the height map test, but now I can use grass, and now we have grass. So now we have the grass terrain, and then I could, you know, make this 2, 2, and then if I really wanted to make this bigger, I could do 20 and 20, and then run this. Oh, and I'm in wireframe mode right now, so as you can see, all of those triangles are defined and everything. And it's kind of hard to see here because I'd set it at 1 and 1, 0 and 0. So that's why I added the delta value, the delta height value. And I'm just going to set it to 0.3, and that'll lower the entire terrain model down by 0.3. So that's going to be easier to see the terrain itself. And as you can see, now we're kind of like up in the sky, and we're seeing down there the different the terrain. Okay then, and I think that was it for number 2. And then in terms of further work, we had nothing just besides studying for the exam. Okay then, I think that's everything. Thanks for watching.